Hey guys, what's on the video on the Inside Spurs channel? Happy Thursday evening slash night. I hope we're okay. I hope we're all right. And if you're like me, the heart rate still hasn't settled. So we talk about this mad game. So many positives are ironically to come out of this game. It doesn't feel like there is, but there is so many to come out of this game. Yes, we'll talk about the goals conceded and what that is all about. But look, we'll get to it in just a second. I want to say, if you're watching this, you know, subscribe. We very much want to join us for the journey. I only ever ask after we bloody win a game. Even Spurs, Van Gogh, Rec, Brian, Venturous, Joshua, Mark, Dennis. Look, that was um that was a bonkers game. Okay. Now I think, by the way, I think the draw comes out in about 20 minutes. Okay. So just we're gonna spitball some ideas. And I'm gonna get who you think we are. Sorry, I'm gonna get who you think that we are gonna get in the next round, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. We're not talking about it right now. That game was a weird one. Let's start with the first half. Obviously, scoring as well as we did. Hang on, let me bring up when it was that we actually scored. The 15th minute. There we go. So, yeah, so Solanke scores in the 15th minute. Obviously, Porro's shooting. Keeper gets down. By the way, their keeper is crap. Their keeper is so crap. I mean, we'll get to the Son goal in a minute, but their keeper's crap. Fair enough. Like, people slag off Anana. Like, Anana's not that bad. He's actually a decent keeper. He's good with the ball as well. This keeper's crap. They need to move him. They need to get him gone. Yeah, I don't know what that is all about. But we're going to come to the keeping mistakes because there's a few. But obviously, look, he parries it out. Dominic Solanke is the only one to react to it, really. And it's a lovely finish from Solanke to be able to find a way in because it's a weird angle. The Indian obviously in a good position and like, finds probably the perfect spot for it. So obviously go 1-0 up. And then really in the first half, they were finding overloads again. It's kind of like Fulham. Fulham found some overloads on certain sides. And I saw people slagging off Porro, and I was like, okay, so if you're defending 2-on-1, sometimes 3-on-1, you expected to play amazingly well. Like I thought he handled it as probably as best as he could today. Um, so yeah, on that note, you know, it wasn't great on the overload side of things. Bruno was finding himself in a lot of positions, but Bruno wastes so many chances. Like so many of those balls in he wasted. I thought Ericsson played well for them. You know, he was getting a lot of first time passes off and into space. Um, and I thought Agate was actually, I don't think Agate was that good. I've had Spurs fans telling me we should have signed Agate ages ago. And I'm like, no, I'm not interested. I didn't think he was actually that great. I think it's just because he was a big money signing. You think he's great. Didn't rate what I saw from Agate today either. But really, you know, we struggled to really get any fluidity in the first half. I thought Pape struggled a little bit today, which was a bit of a shame. He looked leggy. He did look leggy in the second half for sure. But first half, yeah, he struggled to get on the ball. The referee was rubbish, by the way. The referee was absolutely awful today. Good God Almighty. He could not have tried to give Man United more effort, more chances at any time possible. So there was that. Now on obviously that was the first half, not playing well. We move on. Coming into the second half, we come out like an absolute team on fire. You know, 2 goals within 10 minutes, it's 3-0. You're thinking, Andy, cruising, semi-final, woof. Psych. But let's talk about those 2 goals first. Obviously, the Kula goal in the 46th minute was well welcomed goal. I mean, look, we probably needed that second goal to kind of calm some nerves. I was at 1-0, I was happy, but we weren't playing well and I wasn't feeling very confident with it. But the Solanke, you know, Madison, Sonny, Spence, all playing so well down the left-hand side, obviously creating the opportunity for Martinez, who, by the way, it's not always about how much you spend on a centre half because that's a £55 million centre half and he's crap as well. And I'd rather have Archie Gray at the moment than him. That says everything. The guy's an absolute. He's a teenager. He's centre midfield. And he was a better centre half than their £55 million centre half. That was obviously the second goal. The third goal from Solanke is a lovely finish. Lovely finish. And Solanke, I mean, that's 4. I think it's 4 games in a row against Manchester United that he's scored in a row. So he definitely loves playing against Man United. And obviously, it's a great finish. And obviously, that's 3-0. And you're thinking, woo, we are cruising. And you would have been right. And we were cruising. We were absolutely cruising. So I know I've missed a lot of your comments. Don't worry. I will probably won't. I actually probably won't make up all those comments that you've commented. I'll just start from when I'm reading them when I start reading them. All right. Um, but look, there was that. Now, obviously, the first goal we conceded, isn't it so typical Spurs? They show a highlight of something, and we've got a dead ball, right? And as soon as it cut back from the highlight, we're either giving the ball away or we've conceded. And I'm like, what has happened in that 5 second window that's happened? So look, obviously not great in terms of playing out from the back. Frazier on his left, not good. And obviously they score. All right, 3-1. And you're thinking, all right, it's 3-1. We've dominated this second half for 20 or nearly 20 minutes. Let's not panic. 7 minutes later, we play the ball back to Fraser Forster. He takes a touch. He winds up the almightiest of clearances, and Diallo slides in, and they score. And it's like the scoreline looks bad that we're 3-2 now, but we played so well up to this point. In theory, in the second half, I know first half weren't great, but you know what I mean. And it's nobody's fault. I'm gonna be honest, it's nobody's fault other than Fraser's that we've gone in at 3-2, right? And also, by the way, that goal from Diallo, that could have gone anywhere. That could have gone anywhere. And it's just one of those things, it is one of those things. Um, but yeah, then for the next nearly 20 minutes, we are riding an almighty onslaught. And I think a lot of times in the past, we definitely would fold and we would struggle. But I definitely think it was nice to see the players dig in. I thought Basuma defensively was so sound today. And I actually said last time that he missed a game because of stupidity, he made up for it. Today, the exact same thing. Had stupidity, missed the last game, made up for it this game. Obviously, last game was irrelevant because we won, but he made up for it this game. He was fantastic. And look, without him today, we're not winning that game. That's it. That's final. But he was brilliant in that midfield today for us. I thought I thought the back four were very good. Like I said, with Porro, actually I thought Porro was better in the second half when they stopped getting so many overloads on him. Um, Spence, by the way, Stella again. That guy's been going out on loan. What has gone wrong in those times with those managers that he has not been playing? I get people twerking for Antonio Conte still, and it's like he was signed under Conte. He was I know he wasn't maybe a Conte player, but he was signed under Conte. And Conte was like, "Get him out of my club." This Spence, I'm like, what the hell? Where's this guy been? Don't sign a right back in the summer if he's going to continue like this. Now, obviously, he has to continue. It's 2 games. Let's be fair. He has to continue or continue a decent level of performance that we're not having to panic about buying a right back in the summer. But, oh my God, like fair play. Now, um, I thought Madison was good again today. I thought Pape was one that struggled in the midfield. Loads of energy. He won the ball a lot, but there was times where he just looked like he was about 5% off in terms of his intensity that he normally is, which is a shame because obviously I love Pape. And by the way, I will stand firm on this take, and I've had this take for a very, very long time. He is better than Kobe Mainu. I do not want to hear that Kobe Mainu is better than Pape Massar. I will have Pape Massar every day of the week and twice on Sundays over him. Thank you very much. I will die on that hill. Final. Um, but yeah, I thought Madders was solid. I thought the front three were all pretty good, to be honest. Slanky's link up play is just magnificent. It really is. Um, Obviously, scoring 2 goals today. Anyone that thinks he doesn't score against the big boys, blah 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 blah. Don't want to hear about it. We don't beat the big boys. Don't want to hear about it. That's twice in the last 81 or 82 days that we've beaten Manchester United with an average of 7-3. One of them was an away from home win as well. So, but look, we were good for the most part. Now we get to the 88th minute, I think it is. 88th minute, Son scores from a corner. He actually wins the corner. Yoro slides in, he wins the ball, goes out for a corner. By the way, Lissandro Martinez, He's about this tall. He's got an ego the size of a house. I'm like, my guy, chill out. Okay. He's giving it the big, and it's like, again, this tall. I'm bigger than you, and I'm tiny. All right. Just chill out. All right. Um, he's like a little, he's like a little terrier, like a little dog that just doesn't shut up and doesn't stop yapping. But anyway, Son then goes out to take the corner. Gives the ground a little wipe, makes sure nothing's in the way. There's absolutely nothing in the way, but you know what I mean. Time wasting, a little bit gamesmanship, the dark arts, as some calls it. And he scores from the corner, and you get Bayindir complaining about it, and it's like Bergvall didn't really touch you, mate. He didn't really touch you. You've got to be stronger there. Now, I've seen Vicario speared into the goal, and people go, he needs to be better. Bergvall sneezed near you, and you're like, oh, that's a free kick, is it not? It's like, well, obviously it's not. You jackass. All right. You know what I mean. All right. So he scored the corner, and then in the 94th minute, Manchester United score from their own corner, but not directly. We directly scored. They didn't. It looked like a Basuma OG. I think it's Johnny Evans that gets the goal. Um, you know what I mean. Somehow, by the way, Vicario would have been blamed for that goal. You know what Spurs fans are like? They would have blamed Vicario for that goal somehow, even though it's at the front post, nowhere near the keeper. But we do need to be more switched on in that regard. But look, do you know what? We win 4-3. Manchester United score one goal from their own real play. All right. We gifted them two goals. They score one, and I'm not going to be unhappy with that. I think also let's make sure that we hold on to some idea of what the situation is at Spurs. What is it? 13 proper first teamers with Bergvall and Johnson on the bench. Like 13. We're playing a central midfielder who's 18 at centre half still. We're playing a right back at left back. We're playing our third choice right centre back. Put it all into context. That's Man United's full fit squad, by the way. Yes, they're missing Mason Mount. It's Mason Mount. He's never fit. And they're missing Luke Shaw, who basically doesn't play for Man United anymore. You know, so if we actually think about it, we did really well today. We were the underdogs. The Man United will tell you they were. They were not the underdogs. You do not have a squad that fit. They're like two places behind us in the league and act like they're the underdogs. That's just stupid mentality. We were the underdogs today and we won. And that's the key thing. We won. When it comes to cup competitions, I've always said to you about cup competitions, it's not about how you play, it's about making sure you win. And we win. And we've now knocked out both both Manchester City and Manchester United in back-to-back rounds. So we've done the double over the Manchester boys. We've also beaten both of those two teams in the Premier League as well. So we've done 4 wins over those two teams alone, which they're both 16. They're both top 6 clubs in terms of size, which is what people want from this club, and we did from this club. So look, really good in terms of the win. Yes, we're a bit shaky, but to be honest, had we not been stupid from our own goal kick, they wouldn't have had the ascendancy. We wouldn't have been playing on the back foot after them getting the momentum. And momentum's a cruel mistress. So how do we all feel then? Madders and Sarr out in the first leg. Hopefully, well, the first leg commences, I believe, in about 3 weeks' time. Hopefully, Bentancur's back. You have Kulu in the midfield. You still got not Pape. You still got Basuma, Bergvall. Gray might even be in the midfield by that point. So still some options. Still some options. Stop giving our second goalkeeper the fault. Well, it's not Levy's fault, that's for sure. No, as much as look, Levy's at fault for what the bench looks like as well, with the lack of you know, supply of the players. But no, Forster's at fault. But Forster made some good saves there as well. Let's be fair. Spencer's our best fullback now. Not now. He's had 2 games. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Those 2 boys last season were incredible. And the doggy obviously not having any preseason off of a massive surgery. A doggy's still our best fullback, in my opinion. I still think Boro's a good fullback. Bergvall didn't target the keeper. He was going for the ball. Vic got pushed, targeted. Yeah, no, exactly. Agreed, Johnny. Playing intensive style 3 times a week with 13 fit players. We will be there. and I am ready for it. Get me on the bench. Throw me on for the last 5 minutes. I am picking up Lissandro Martinez on my shoulder, and I'm walking off the pitch with him. He's not going to be able to get out of my grasp. Won't be having it. He didn't rebuild the team when we lost it. Yeah, absolutely. We played good for 60 minutes. I say we play well for 90 minutes, set four stuff. Yeah, well, yeah. But we dug in. We dug in. Who do you reckon we get? Yeah, let me know who you think we're going to get. I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll. I think the draw is in about 5 minutes. Spell round. If I can spell round correctly, there we go. Right. Right. There we go. Right. Vote on the poll. Vote on the poll who you think we're going to get next round. I'm letting you know. I think we get Liverpool. So there you go. You know who I'm going to get. Your therapist won't answer her phone. I'm going to need more than just therapy after that game. I'm like, did we slaughter Force already? I've said what I've thought about him. All right. Eze's not been playing well. Hey, Fisher Plants, mate, how are you? We have 9 players missing. I think we have even more than that, mate. Which, can I just say, Asna is Arsenal, yes. Can I just say, Sergio Reguilon got substituted on. If that's not insult to injury, that's brilliant. He was their left back last season for 6 months. They then said, we don't want him. Okay. You don't have a left back at the moment either. We fast forward a year, nothing's changed. But yeah, Reguilon getting subbed on, I was actually so happy to see him because look, we were 4-2 at the time. I was thinking, this game's done. No, it wasn't. My God. But do you know what? I was so happy to see him because I was like, it's just quite funny though, isn't it? That's insult to injury. By the way, he's definitely still gone in January. This is not a sign of him getting back in, all right? Because I don't think he touched the ball. Give us 2, Liverpool. Welcome, Donna, to the membership club. Welcome, Donna, absolutely. Level 1, yeah, you get membership perks, get some new videos every single week just for members only. So catch up on them if you've missed it. Well, you have missed them, so catch up on them, all right? And enjoy. Liverpool or Arsenal, Liverpool, Arsenal, but what Newcastle? Yeah, Asna is Arsenal, yeah. Dragogen under the radar man of match. I want to talk about Dragogen. Because I tell you what, he, by the way, I'm not going to have the stream up for the draw. So I've asked my friends to keep me updated. But if you guys know, you keep me updated. I just can't look at the screen anymore. I just need to calm down. Reckon Liverpool, Arsenal. Yeah, Dragogen. Let's talk about Dragogen because do you know what? Again, just silently ticking over really solid performances. I mean, look, again, he got slaughtered by our own fans because, he wasn't playing 70-yard diagonal passes to Son's feet. He wasn't doing Cruyff turns and Rabonas to players and things. It's like, it's boring. He has been very solid for us. Yes, distribution-wise, he could be better. I totally agree. But he will get better. That's from coaching. He's still a very young player. He's not played a year and a half of top-flight football yet. He's not even done that yet. Start of last season, he was in Serie A. That was his first season in a top-flight league. Okay, he joined us after 6 months. Okay, so he's been really, really solid. I've been really happy with Dragogen. I think he's becoming a very solid player for us, a good option, not someone that I panic when I see as well. As an out-and-out defender, he is our best out-and-out centre-half, in my opinion, probably as an out-and-out defender. You know, that's all I'm going to say about that. All right? So I don't want to hear any slander about my boy. Dragogen. Again, still a very scary name and looks like he could, kill me if he wanted to. All right. But look, really, really solid. Obviously, Archie Gray, again, a massive shout out for Archie Gray. You think, in reality, none of the goals we conceded were his fault. He was really solid on the ball. Him and Spence, nice little link-up play, especially, the amount of times where we're like pinned into the corner. Those two got us out of it. It wasn't Maddison. It wasn't Biss. It wasn't, Sonny or Solanke. It was most of the time, it was just those two. And they played very, very well, both of those two. And yeah, Solanke, not Solanke, Archie Gray, really, really solid. He is going to be a rock star for this club. And I know a lot of people go, I want to see him in his actual position. And I totally get that school of thought, right? I do get that school of thought, and I do also agree. There's also a part of me that goes, he would not have played the minutes that he would have wanted to this season playing in that position. So the fact that, yes, okay, he's not played that position really this season, but he's played all across the back four, every single position across the back four, right? That development and that learning is going to be phenomenal later on in the season. You know, think of the times, right? I was thinking about it. Think of when, think of when, like we go down to 10 men. You don't have to bring a substitution on. You could just drop Gray into centre back, or you drop Gray into a fullback position, knowing he can play there. You know, um, by the second leg semi, we should be near full strength. God, that'd be nice. Donna with a super chat. Appreciate it, Donna. And the message as well. Thank you very much, Donna. I appreciate that. Arsenal, the arse swipes down the road. To actually got to give Gray some credit. I did. And he drags is quietly becoming our actual best defender. Oh, Roberto, we agree. Archie was phenomenal. Yeah. Drags in hate is stupid. Spencer's very fit, quick feet. Absolutely. Just off the train from the city. Never in doubt. Roger. Not going to Bristol, obviously. Not like his last name, but fair play, Roger. Great atmosphere. Do you know what I say as well? The fans were good today. The fans were really, really good today. They get a lot of stick as well, but they were good today. I did notice them. All right. They were loud. And Andrew was like, look, let's make this place a fortress. Turn up, make the noise. They turned up, they made the noise. You asked, you got, and you then got the players to go out there and show you as well. Um, Archie be immense. Archie's going to be an absolute rock star. That's an England international for tens of caps. He's going to be fantastic for England. He's going to be fantastic for us. He has an elite mentality. You know, they asked him about, oh, look, you're playing that position. Are you okay with that? He's like, I'd do anything for this team. I'd do anything for any team that I play for. If I have to play centre back, I'll play centre back. If I play right back, left back, I'll play there. Doesn't matter. I was like, that's a teenager with an elite mentality. I really rate it. With his win players out on their feet, no bench to speak of. I mean, look at the bench. Look at that bench. It's ridiculous. Uh, why do I no longer say that? It's because I know that you want me to. So it's easy to wind you up. Um, Even though Captain Sonny saved the day. Captain Sonny did save the day. Proper atmosphere for the jump. Agreed. Has the draw started yet? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe it has. Someone else can tell me. I'm not looking at the screen. We'll be fine. Full silence. Oh, elite mentality. I'm gonna steal that one. And you're welcome to, mate. We need a bunch of players in January. Well, look, you do. Let's look at the draw. That we all think. We think, oh, Arsenal and Liverpool are equal, but the majority think Newcastle. Um, I don't think Newcastle. I don't think Newcastle. I do still think it'll be Liverpool. Just messaging my friend, see if it started, because I don't wanna watch it. Regardless, you're getting a big boy. You're getting a big boy. Wanna draw Liverpool and play Arsenal in the I do not wanna play Arsenal in the final. I'd rather Arsenal in the semi-finals. I don't think I could take a North London derby in a final. My heart, I don't think I could take it. Um, I voted Newcastle, but I voted for who I wanted because I want Newcastle. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. There's not a problem there. Um, no, apparently it's not started yet. He's just messaged me about saying he's not started yet. Cardoso, by the way, Cardoso scored tonight for Betis in their 1-0 win. So there you go. Roberto will be happy to hear. But look, who do you think your man of the match is tonight? You let me know in the comments there who you think your man of the match is tonight. Um, Obviously, I think Solanke's probably a safe shout with the fact that he scored 2. If we take if I was to take him out of the equation, who I think would be man of the match, I could probably say Basuma. If I yeah, I'll give it to Solanke, but if I had to give a little vice, you know, man of the match, I will go, I'd go Basuma. I thought Basuma was fantastic today. And that's the thing with Biss. People go, "Do you reckon we sell Biss in the summer?" And I said, "Well, no." You have to sort of say, "Yeah, we will." If Biss plays like that more regularly, he's staying with a new contract because that performance there is what we all sit there and go, "We know he can do that." can't he do it more often? Because if he did it more often, there isn't a conversation about us even wanting to buy a 6 because he was that good. And the 2 games where he's missed the game because of some stupidity and he's played the next game was Everton 4-0 and today. And in both those games, he was phenomenal. Give me a more consistent Biss. That's how I've always thought about him. Give me a more consistent Biss. If he was 10% more consistent, he's brilliant. We've got a really good player on our hands, but he's just not that. It drives me insane. Spence or Solanke man of the match, leading Spence, Biss, Suma was really good. Biss was amazing. Forster for saving the Xerxes header, otherwise we would have gone to penalties. Look, the game would have been a different game potentially, but that was a good save. I mean, the fact that Diallo hits a shot from 25 yards out and Forster just goes, "Could save that on my hands. I'm actually gonna volley this thing away," and I'm like, "Jesus Christ, Fraser." Oh, um, just Vic, when are you back, mate? Obviously, by the way, Fraser's been really solid. Today was the game that I'm like, yeah, we cannot rely on big Fraser for too long. Vic's back, I think, in about 6 weeks, maybe 6 to 8 weeks. I'll tell you what, though, from set pieces, I know we conceded from a set piece. It wasn't Fraser's fault. From actual set pieces, Fraser's solid as anything, isn't he? You know? Um, Biss, Sarr, and Spence give the team a different profile. All very quick, great athletic power. Yeah, Sarr struggled a little bit today, but I agree. I love Pape. I think he's brilliant. Um, yeah, Spence and Bassoon. I mean, Spence would probably be my third in line for a man of the match. But yeah, those two, Basuma and Solanke, brilliant. Basuma's actually given misjudged him heavily my bad. That's all good, Van Gogh. Good self-awareness, my friend. This is the only one that reminds me of Musa. I mean, a little bit, maybe, but I don't compare the two. But Musa Dembele was him. Full stop. Felt horrible for Biss when that third goal went in. He had a great game and was knackered by the time. Yeah, I mean, look, he it came off Evans in the end, so he won't get the OG given to him. But he does. I think that's probably more of a he's tired, and it was a great ball in if you think about it. Um, good showing from you lot tonight. Had a feel you'd win if, ever since you beat us. How are you, Lucas? How you been, mate? Lucas is a good Coventry City fan. He's been part of the journey of Spurs. How you been, mate? You all right? Is a right volley to it was the right volley to clear it. Could have gone anywhere from his hands. Could have gone anywhere from his bloody foot. You know, not gonna lie, I had a heart attack and yelled at the screen when he saved it. When his oh my word, he literally sat there like this. What are you doing? He made some good saves though, Fraser. That Xerxes had a really great save. And you get the commentators that had that been a Man United keeper, they go, "What a save! Oh my god!" And because it's a Spurs keeper, they go, "Well, it was a good height for the keeper." It's like, "Oh, I know you're biased, but don't I mean, try and hide it for once, lads." I mean, the ref wasn't hiding anything of stupidity, you know? Um, I'd love Austin to get a chance, but I don't think he will, mate. What positions I want in January? If I look, I only think we signed 2 players, so if I had to pick, would be either a centre back to play left back or just a centre back and a forward. A forward. I don't know what I want, but a forward, maybe a right winger. I don't know. Although Kulu's been good on right wing again, so I don't know. We should have seen that first. I don't know why Sarr cleared for a corner. It was a great. You heard the hit when he hit that ball. My goodness. Even I was like, "Mate." I think Colossive for summer. Um, Fraser will be okay. Team will get around and stuff. Yeah, no, I'm not panicking. It's one game. He's shown us more than enough so far. We could have had Desiree Doué. Yeah, alright. He's not playing at PSG, so I'm not nobody's missing him. Um, and Odegaard blowing out his hamstring. I mean, Odegaard would have played today. Probably would have started today, actually. Would I take David? Yes, I would. But I think that would be a summer move. I mean, if they sign Cardoso and David for the summer, and they go, "But that's summer, we're gonna work on the now." Alright, alright, let's see what you can do. You've done some stuff already, but, Odegaard is better than Joe, just like to be injured. More can improve them. That's the other thing you can say. We're missing Odegaard. Did you know what? Mikey Moore supposedly returns to training next week. That is another option that we've not had in nearly 2 months. We do need to be patient with him, okay? Because obviously having missed so much time, he is gonna need time to get back up to fitness. Um, Also, by the way, I don't know if you saw this, just waiting for the draw to happen. Gift Orban, I think, is joining Hoffenheim. And guess who we play next in the Europa League? Hoffenheim. Mental. Um, More for Europe, yeah, Europa games. Yeah, he'll play in the Europa, I think, but we'll see. Oh, Travis Bowen, yeah, Yang as well. Yeah, look, Yang, let's just I'm out on Yang. The guy is only just joining us in January. He's not apparently not allowed to train until January, supposedly. He's also joining a whole new way of living, a whole new culture, a language. We need to give him the rest of this season to up. Now, if he turns up and hits the ground running, brilliant. That's a bonus. But I've got no expectations because I don't think it's fair to put any expectations on him. I think let's just we'll see. Oh, draw's out. The draw is out. Liverpool drawn in the next round. Arsenal versus Newcastle. There you go. The draw is out. Liverpool, how do we feel? How do we feel about the Premier League title leaders? We don't ever seem to get any draws that might favour us, do we? Apparently, we got at home first leg as well. We play Liverpool this weekend. I do my preview for Liverpool tomorrow, and I will have to do this, and my preview for them probably in about 3 weeks' time will be hopefully a completely different one because we'll have bloody players back. Bentancur will be back hopefully by that point. You would think Moore should be healthy again. Destiny Udogie will be back this weekend. Destiny will, I would expect to be starting this weekend with Salah out on the left, on the right. Out you go, Destiny. Put him on the island with him. Um, but yeah, Liverpool, interesting. Supposedly, week commencing 6th of January will be the first game, and then I think about a month later will be the away fixture at Anfield. Really with Liverpool. Give us a second. They played Southampton last night and won 2-1, not convincingly. So they played Kelleher, Joe Gomez, Endo as a centre back. That's a weird one. Why was Endo a centre back? And then Tsimikas came off the bench. Oh, Federico Chiesa featured. My goodness, he came off the bench. Sorry, yeah. Joe Gomez, Endo, Konsa, Trent, Morton, Nyoni, McAllister, Gakpo, Nunes, and Elliott. Oh my god, they're gonna be so fit and healthy for this weekend. Oh my god. I'm over 12 next Spurs. I don't think they're playing a team anything like that when they come and play us, especially away from home. Now, the question is, who's gonna be back for that game? Let's think ahead of that game. Let's not think about this Liverpool weekend game. Let's think of the cup game in a few weeks' time. It's about 3 weeks' time we'll play them, right? Let me bring up my calendar. Yeah, it's about 3 weeks we'll play them. Okay, fine. About 3 weeks' time we'll play them. So if we think about who on paper will be back, so not who may, 'cause obviously you may get injuries in that time, who will be back? Now, obviously, you're gonna miss some players from suspension like and Maddison and Sarr. in the first leg. Them 2 those 2, you're already giving me so technically, we're actually down to 11 players, 11 first team players now. Because in theory, Bergvall and Johnson who came off the bench, they're the only 2 first teamers that were on the bench. They will be coming into that team in theory to replace those players with obviously Kulu going into the centre with Bergvall. So we've got just youngsters on the bench at the moment, right? Now, look, Ben Davies should be back. Because in theory, he might be back in training next week. He should be back, right? So Ben Davies is one. Mikey Moore should be back. That's another one. Timo Werner, I know maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but he is a first teamer. He may be back as the draw come out. Yes, Declan, sorry, we've got Liverpool. Arsenal got Manchester. Yeah, Arsenal got Newcastle. Sorry. So if he might be watching from behind, Declan, which someone put it in the chat for him, so he knows. Yeah, so Moore, Werner, yellow cards are wiped out after quarter final. Are they really? Someone needs to fact check that. Oh, you're here now, Declan. Sorry, yeah, Liverpool, mate. There you go. Sorry, I wasn't sure. But I mean, Werner might be back to Leipzig in that time. I mean, Spurs might even say, "Look, we're gonna hold on to him for a couple of weeks, but he'll be back. He'll be coming back." You know, if Leipzig play ball, obviously the reality is Leipzig control that situation. Now, obviously, it's still, John starts training in the new year. I don't think he's gonna be back for that game. Obviously, it's a game that he'd want to come back for, but I don't think he's gonna be back. I just think it'll be too much too soon. They'll probably wanna give him, like, a full week of training, and then he'll be back maybe at the weekend. Um, would Mickey van der Ven be back? That's a good question. Mickey van der Ven, that's gonna be tight. That will be tight. That will be tight. Romero won't be. Bentancur will be. You'll have Bentancur back, you'll have Davies back, you'll have, Timo, Mikey. It's something, you know what I mean? It is something. Um, well, no, Odegaard's gonna be gone a little while, mate. He is gonna be gone a little while. Um, yeah, he's gonna be on a little how about his hamstring? Well, he had full-on surgery and quite invasive surgery. It was quite bad. I think he's tore it off the bone or something similar to that. Like, he's had a massive tear and it's come off the bone a little bit, maybe something like that, but it was a proper big injury. So look, we'll have to wait and see on that. Liverpool in the next round, I predicted it. I said we get Man United in this round. So I'm 2 for 2. I mean, if we go through, definitely Arsenal and Newcastle, so got 50-50 in that one. But look, it's still a few weeks away. We obviously play Liverpool, actually, ironically, at home this weekend. So we'll have somewhat of a mini preview ahead of the week, ahead of the cup game. Obviously, the cup game will be a completely different game, but this weekend is a bit of a mini run at it. They are gonna come into this game fresh, by the way. They've had an extra day's rest, and they rested a lot of their players. That Liverpool team will be ready to rock and roll this weekend. Destiny and Doggy will be back for it as well. So, Doggy. Yes, join me tomorrow morning where we will do our preview for the Liverpool game. I'll be live tomorrow morning, somewhere like 10:30 in the morning. So make sure you're here for it. Keep your bell notifications on as well, by the way. All right. Do I predict a win against Liverpool then in the cup game? We're gonna win all. We're winning the quadruple. We're gonna win the title as well. I won't think about it just yet. I'll think about it closer to the time. Yes, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Enjoy the rest of your afternoons, mornings, wherever you are in the world. Enjoy yourselves. I'll speak to you all tomorrow morning. We talk about Liverpool in the Premier League. Take care, everyone. Peace. And also, up the bloody Spurs.